I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots. I've got no roots.
It has been a year since the pandemic COVID-19 hits the world in 2019, when the virus started to infect large number of the human population and to the extent even claiming thousands of lives. In order to survive the COVID-19 chain, the Malaysian government implemented a movement control order on 18 March 2020 where all sectors of industry were temporarily stopped in order to break the spread of the virus. The construction industry was no exception from the situation. The declaration of MCO affects majority of the ongoing projects, where they are unable to meet their deadlines and budgets, and to a certain extent, some projects were forced to be cancelled due to the nation's quarantines to fight against the pandemic.
Now, let us look at the construction contract phase involved in the milestone as according to the Contract Act PWD 203A 2010. On the starting of the phase, site possession is conducted for planning of work on site as referred to clause 38.2, 38.3 and 38.6. Next, when the construction project did not meet the completion date according to the contract, Certificate of Non-Completion or CNC will be conducted by the Superintendent Officer or SO based on the clause 40.1. Due to the CNC, issuance of extension of time or EOT is performed with or without the contractor application referring to clause 43.1. Liquidated and ascertained damages or LAD is the damages of construction that are present on site after the work has been done. Clause 40.3 can be referred for further information. After all construction works have been completed, the Certificate of Practical Completion or CPC will be issued as per clause 39.3. After the CPC, Defect Liability Period or DLP will be issued where the SO required to prepare schedule of defects. This can be further looked upon in clause 48.1. The defects that have been pointed out according to the schedule of defects shall be made good by the contractor in the Making Good Defect or MGD as stated in clause 48.1b. After the defects have been made good, SO shall notate the completion date and issue the Certificate of Completion of Making Good Defects or CCMGD as according to clause 48.4. Lastly, the final certificate shall be released by the SO with the complete documentation, particulars and records as support which stated in clause 31.4.
Here are the possible impacts that construction parties need to face during this pandemic. First of all, finance pressure for contractor. Due to the pandemic, the clause is applicable as to give extension of time to the contractor to carry on the works. Since the pandemic situation becomes severe, it causes the contractor failure to complete the works by the date of completion or within any time of the EOT. Thus, the SO shall issue the certificate of non-completion to the contractor. Another one, shortage of labor and supply chain issue on site making the construction become delayed. When contractor found that the progress of work is delayed, the contractor shall forward give written notice to SO with the relevant information of the cost and calculation of delay. This is because contractors face cost overrun, time overrun, and the quality of the project also are affected. As to conclude, the pandemic of COVID-19 is still remains spreading globally even though all countermeasures has been taken. The effect that was brought by the pandemic harms not only the health of the community but also affect the health of the country's economy. The crisis gives the construction industry a shot in the foot as most of the work involved in the industry depending on physical contact and operation for the completion of the works. The impacts of the pandemic really require to be acknowledged and studied upon the importance especially on the growth of the Malaysia's economy. If the pandemic is not contained, the future of the construction industry and the nation's economy will get affected on a long run, where the recovery for it is nowhere to be certain. That's all from us. Thank you.